Hello and welcome to Feed the Beast 1 year celebration with me, the most derpy one, aka MrSuryt. Well, we aren't actually on our Feed the Beast 1 year celebration world. We're on a test world. We're on a test world in creative mode, and we are looking at the setup I've used for the challenge castle. Now, I've been asked how exactly it works. This here is, well, I guess this is a behind the block look. Now, this here is the setup. This is not the only way to do it, and probably not the easiest, quickest, cheapest way to do it, but it's how I've done it. So I'll run you through it. Basically, you come in, you've got your transposer on the floor, right here, connected to your redstone tube, pneumatic tube, which goes to a chest. Coming off that chest, we have some cobblestone structure pipe, and I always say this wrong, autarkic gate. Now, these two bits of cobblestone here, that's actually cobblestone jacketed wire, this stuff here. And that stuff connects up to the redstone tube. Now, on the other side of the chest, more of the tube going up to a retriever. On top of the retriever, another chest. Now, this retriever, it needs a tick, redstone tick. It also needs power. You can see right here. Now, the way I've set it up, right now I've got a solar panel connected to it. This will only ever get one use, which means once it's got enough power in there, you don't actually need this solar panel anymore. But I've got it there, I guess more for show than anything. If you're really worried, or you do this so that it will be used more than once, you may want to put solar panels on the roof of your structure. In fact, I do have them on the roof of my structure, my proper castle, just because I was being impatient. But yeah, this here, once it's got enough power, it only needs to tick once. It only needs the power for one retrieval. Anyway, on top of that, you have a chest, an empty chest. Next to that, we have some more cobblestone structure pipe and another gate. Oh, I want to put that there. And next to the gate, we have a wireless transmitter. This one here is set to frequency 1. Okay, now the gates, what we have them set to, items in inventory, redstone signal. So this one here, basically, when you click on this, it'll show different things. Inventory full, redstone signal going to it, redstone signal not going to it, inventory empty, items in inventory, etc. This one over here, you've got basically your two options: energy pulsar, can't really see it underneath the NEI there, and a redstone signal. We just have it on a redstone signal, that's all we want. This one down here is on exactly the same: item in inventory, adjacent inventory being the chest, and then send a redstone signal. This little part here, you can use a timer and then just connect the red alloy wire and the jacketed wire up to this. If you do it that way, you'll have this constantly going. Nothing wrong with that, but the retriever will use power constantly for every tick, every time it retrieves. So depending on how long before you use this, you may need the solar panels hooked up. But anyway, that's this part of it. This here set to frequency 1, wireless transmitter. Over here we have a lamp. They're just blocks, nothing special about those blocks. You can use any. Behind it we have a wireless receiver, also set to frequency 1, connected to some red alloy wire behind the lamp. So You then set the retriever to whatever item you want coming through. We're saying a green lamp. A transposer, they will work without a redstone signal in a 1 block area. If you give it a redstone signal, or if it have a timer going here with a constant tick, you can actually drop the item in a 3x3 area. But a 1 block area is more than enough for us. So we throw one in there and it comes down into the chest. Once there's an item in a chest, this one here lit up. As soon as it lit up, the retriever pulled the item out of this chest, which meant there was nothing in that chest again, so this one stopped lighting up. The item ended up in here. This one here detected that there was an item in that chest now, and it sent a redstone signal through the wireless transmitter. That signal was received around here on the wireless receiver and lit up the lamp. And that's how we do it. Now over here we have a wall of 8, nothing on it though. So we'll just quickly go through and build this structure. You can compact it down, you can have fewer pipes, bring it all in closer, but I haven't, just because I didn't want to. No real reason. Okay, so we put down the pipe. We want our transposer facing up, of course. Next, another pipe, chest, pipe, some pipe. Now we want 8, so we just run this along this way. The way the retriever works is it looks for the item that you put in it in any inventory available to it. In this case, the available inventory, if the retriever was on top, is going to be this chest. That'll be the only available inventory. It will look everywhere else, but there won't be any other. Okay, now another thing that you can do, there we are, with the retrievers, if you don't have anything in there, you have to put the item in there. If you don't have anything in there, it'll just pull anything out. Now this here, leaving a gap between them, we'll make it very wide, that there's only 6. We're going to need a screwdriver. The screwdriver just to change the direction it's facing. You want it to be facing down. Now the advantage to having them having a gap like this is when you use the cobblestone structure pipe, they don't connect, so you can just put them all facing like that. Whereas if you were to put the retrievers next to each other, if I put cobblestone pipe there, it connects. So whether or not that affects anything, I'm not 100% certain, but just to be safe, I usually just alternate it like so. Now another advantage, well, not another advantage, but an advantage to having them all next to each other is these are from Red Power. I think that's more than what we need, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so I don't need those. These are from Red Power, and that means if one of them is getting fed power, it will evenly distribute that power amongst all the others. So to begin with, we'll put down our blue alloy wire, solar panel, and you will see, just make sure it is daytime, it's going to have quite a few to charge up, so just to speed things up, let's put a few more of these down. Now you can see there's a tiny little bit gone in there. If we click on the next one, and the next one, so the great thing about Red Power is one and all adjacent will get the power too, but it'll evenly distribute it. So this won't go up unless there's enough for all the others to also go up. which is why in this case I've just put a few extra here. Okay, then we want to continue putting down our cobblestone structure pipes, like so. Obviously we can't put them on top, can we? That's silly of me, because that's where we want the chest. There we go. Now we want chests. Any chest will do. Actually, any chest will not do, because we don't want a double chest. So an iron chest will do nicely. They don't connect, of course. There we go. They've all got an inventory to shoot up into. Next we want items in them, whichever items it is that you're using as the challenge item. We'll just whack them in a line up here so we know which ones. And yep, can use you. Yep, that'll do, and you. And we've missed one, have we? Oh no, just don't have an extra one of those. Now we do. There we go, that's all the items. Now we need cobblestone structure pipe down here, then the cobblestone jacketed wire. Now it's not connected up just yet because there is no gate right here. There you go. We'll put a gate on each of these. Oop. Set all of them to inventory, items in inventory, then send a redstone signal. Yep. Items in inventory, redstone signal. Redstone signal. Right. If you put inventory empty, obviously it's going to be firing right now. Oh, I've just noticed something. These are meant to go on the chest. Because if you put them on the retriever, well, there's always going to be an item in there. Well, there's another derp. Let's try that again. I was wondering why they were lighting up. Item in inventory, redstone signal. We'll just go through and do each one of those. Items in inventory, a redstone signal, 2 more to go. 3 more actually. Put this one down here. There we go. Now, redstone signal, that's all good and stuff, but redstone signal to what? Well, we want to just whack a little platform to make it easier to work. Just to make it easier on myself. We want to put down wireless transmitter. You want it going to cobblestone structure pipe. If you get it around the wrong way, screwdriver does change the direction. Okay, now just set the frequencies. Make sure each one is set to a different frequency, of course. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not using 9. No, sorry, I'm using 9. I'm not using 1 because 1 is already in use over there. Alright, so that's this system set up. How are we for power? Yep, coming along. Now we want to set this one here up. So we'll just put these here, like so. The bottom ones, I may actually put them here just in case. Oop. And put some wire coming out of them. Redstone alloy wire. Okay, and you have to make sure it's coming out the right side. Then we go through, change the frequencies. You can name your frequency if you wanted to down the bottom here, but I don't see any reason to when making this. If you're planning on using these all through the world and you weren't too sure what frequencies you used, or want to make it easier to select them, you could. But that's all that done. Basically, that's it. Now over here, again, not because I have to, but I'm just going to put a bit of a wall down, because that's what the castle has. Alright. Grass, probably not the best block to use. Yep, so you'd come in here, throw your item in there, and it'll work, hopefully. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so we'll start off. One of you goes in. Which one lights up? There you go. Next. Come on. It's a bit of a delay on them. There you go. Green one. Once it sends its signal, it's instant. The delay is just getting the item down into that chest and then up into the retriever. Just the distance travel's the only thing that slows it down. Come on. Yep, there we go. Now you can go through and check it, test it just the way I am. If you wanted to. Yep, yellow. Orange. It's very easy to reset them. I'll show you once I've done them all. Ooh. If you wanted them in a particular sequence, then you've just got to make sure you get the frequencies the way you want them. Yep, there was a chest. Yep. Should have been doing this one at night, shouldn't I? And finally, was it a retriever we threw in? Can't recall. Don't think it was. Huh. There we go. Last one. Come on. Need you to turn off, please. Oh, we've already got you, that's why. It was a wireless receiver. There we go. Got it done. Now to reset this after you've tested it, to find out little faults like I just did there, that fault being totally mine, just click on it, take the item out of there, and you can see the lamp did turn off. Another one turned off, and another one, and so on and so forth. So it's very easy to reset it. Well, that's pretty much it. That's how my challenge castle works. Not a very difficult system, really. You can pretty this up, of course. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Use whatever blocks you want, cover it all up, and it should work fine. So you can go over top of these chests. It's not taking the item out, it's just detecting them in there. So yeah, can cover it up. Have it look however you want. Have it so that there is the only item there. Now in this particular one, you'll see it's not going to grab that because it's not getting a pulse. There's an item in here that is not going to be pulled out. Until you pull that out, it's not going to pulse ever again whilst that's in there, unless you go in there and take it out. What that means is, if you put the wrong item in there, you're pretty much going to break the system. You can get around that. There's a number of different ways of getting around that. The easiest way is to use the timer instead of the gate that we've just used. So with the timer, it will constantly go. You'll need a constant supply of power for your retrievers, but it doesn't matter what item, as long as you do not fill that chest up. It'll only break once that chest is filled up. But anyway, that's a look at the challenge castle, or how to build the guts of the challenge castle. Hopefully you got something from it. If you did, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you back on our active world on our 1 year celebration. Bye bye.